A thing of beauty. So, look about the poet. It is written by whom? John Keats. John Keats was born in London in the year 1795 and died in Rome in 1821. At the young age of 25, due to illness, he is a romantic poet and his poetry is characterized by sensual imaginary. In his most popular work, which is a series of odes, a lyrical poem which is meant for a particular subject. Today, his poems are one of the most sought after creation in English literature. The above given poetry is an expert from his poem Endymion, a poetic romance, 1890, considered to be an epic poem. A thing of beauty summary. First of all, we can look through the summary. The summary of the poem, A Thing of Beauty, is given below. Look at the summary. A Thing of Beauty is a poem taken from the poem titled Endymion, a poetic romance written by famous poet John Keats. The poet says that a beautiful thing is a source of endless joy. It has an eternal means inside, eternal beauty which never fades away. So, A Thing of Beauty is a poem taken from the poem titled Endymion. So, this poem is taken from Endymion, a poetic romance written by famous poet John Keats. The poet says that a beautiful thing is a source of endless joy. So, a beautiful thing always gives us an endless joy. He said that the beautiful thing is always what it is a source of endless joy. It has eternal beauty which never fades away. So, a beautiful things have an eternal beauty that which never fades away. A beautiful thing is like a shady shelter which gives us sleep full of sweet dreams, good health and relaxation. So, always beautiful things gives us what? A shady shelter which gives us a sleep full of sweet dreams, good health and relaxation. This is very true because when we happen to see a good flower from the nature, it gives us a joy. It gives us an inner joy. Our attachment to the earthly things are like a flowery wreath. They are traps which bind us to the materialistic things and keep us away from the eternal happiness. The earth is full of hatred, greed and negativity. He said that the earth is full of covered with hatred, greed and negativity. According to the poet, the gloom and sadness caused by this negativity fades away these positive vibes of beautiful things that surround us. So that is also very correct because the earth is full of what? Full of, poet says that the earth is full of hatred, greed and negativity. According to the poet, the gloom and sadness, what is the reason for gloom and sadness? It is caused by this negativity that exists on the earth. It fades away, and how can we fade this negative energy? It can be fades away with the positive vibes of beautiful things that surrounded us. The poet lists out some of the beautiful things that surrounded us. As the saying goes, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Always what? Beauty lies in the eyes of person those who see it. He says that numerous creation of God like the sun which gives us energy, the moon's beauty, the tree which gives us shade are the natural beauties around us. So what are the natural beauties around us? The sun, the moon and the trees are all the natural beauties surrounded by us. The various animals like the sheep that surround us make our world lively. The pretty flowers like daffodils makes the world green and lively. The following streams of water cool and refresh us in the hot summer season. The forests which are full of pretty musk rose flower are beautiful sight to the eye. All these are the things of beauty. All the stories of the brave soldiers who laid their lives to protect their people are beautiful and inspiring. These beautiful things are like a fountain of immortality bestowed upon us on God. They inspire us to live on and maintain our faith in goodness. So, what is the meaning of goodness? Nanma. In Malayalam, we will say Nanma. So, here the poet is saying that all the things around us, surrounded like a sun, moon, tree, flowers, and what the stories of brave soldiers, all these are what gives us a pleasant thought in our mind. So, a thing of beauty always what it enhances that. The poet is said that what instead of overcome the hate, fear, the hate Angry, greed and negativity, we can overcome these negative feeling with a positive thing that we get from the nature, like flowers, trees, animals, sheep. All these things can be overcome by these type of things that we have seen in the nature. Let's look at the stanza wise explanation. A thing of beauty is joy forever. Its loveliness increase. It will never pass into nothingness, but will keep a bower quiet for us and a sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. Bower means a shady place under the tree. The poet says that beauty stays forever. That means a thing of beauty is joy forever. Here the poet is saying that the beauty stays forever. The poet says that beauty stays ever. It never fades away. Rather, it increases with the passing time. So, the beauty of a thing never fades away. Rather, it increases when the times are passing. It won't decreases, but it increases when the time passes. The perception of the poet regarding the beauty is that it never goes off with the passing time. Rather, it beautifies more and more. For the poet, beauty, it will never pass into nothingness, but will keep a bower quiet for us and sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. The perception of the poet regarding beauty is that it never goes off with the passing time. So when the passes time, the beauty never fades. Rather, it beautifies more and more. It beautifies more and more. For the poet, beauty is like a beautiful shady tree under whose shades all the creatures can sleep peacefully and enjoy good health. So beauty is a thing. It's like what? It is like a beautiful shady tree under whose shades all the creatures, all the living things can peacefully and enjoy good health. Therefore, on every morrow, we are wreathing a flowery band to bind us to earth. Spite of despondence of the inhuman dearth, of noble nature of the gloom's day, of all the unhealthy and o'er-darkened ways made for searching is, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits. Morrow, the following day, wreathing, surrounded or encircled, despondence, depressed, gloomy, sad. The poet says that every day it is the beauty which fills us the spirit to live. So the poet says that every day it is the beauty which fills us the spirit to live. So the beauty is a force that encourages to what, or a spirit that fills us to live. It is the beauty which builds the desire in us to live through live. Though there are sad moments and cruel people around us. In spite of cruel people and sad moments in our life, the beauty of the things that is surrounded by us always encourages us to live more. So here the poet wants to say that without beauty, the earth will be full of cruel people. So without beauty, but the earth will be full of cruel people, sad and gloomy moments. So always, if beauty is not there in our life, the earth is what? Earth is full of cruel people and sad moments in our life. It is the beauty which is created by God, which help us to remove the sadness from our hearts. So the God has created the beautiful things to remove what? To remove the sadness from our hearts. Such the sun, the moon, trees old and young sporting a shady boon from simple sheep, and such are daffodils which the green world they live in, and clear rills that for themselves a cooling covert make against the hot season the midst forest break. Boon blessing rills a small stream, break a process to slow down. Here the poet describes the beautiful things which are present on the earth. So here the poet describes the beautiful things which are present on the earth. They are what? They are the sun, the moon, trees, flowers, daffodils and rivers. Actually what it is very correct, because when we see the sun or the moon or the trees or flowers, we will get a sort of positive energy or happiness in our life. Poet says that all these things are like a blessings bestowed on all the creatures by the earth. The poet says that these are the blessings, these things, these beautiful things that we found on the nature are the blessings that is given by God to us. He further describes that the trees provide us with their shade. So trees always provide shade from the hot sun, flowers with their beauty, and rivers with their coolness during the hot summer. So each thing has its own purpose. What trees gives us shade, flowers gives us flowers with their beauty, and the rivers with their coolness during the hot summer. All of these are the beauties of nature, which are like boon for us. Boon means a gift for us, or a blessing for us. Rich with a sprinkling of fair Rich with the sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms, and such too is grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty deed. All lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal ring pouring into us from the heavens bring. Grandeur, high rank or social important, mighty, enormous, immortal, never drying, bring edge. The poet further carries on with the description of more beautiful things present on the earth, such as beautiful musk rose, which have such a nice fragrance. The poet further carries on with the description of more beautiful things present on earth, such as the beautiful musk rose, which have a nice fragrance. Fragrance means a smell. Then he describes the tales of the mighty warriors who laid their lives for their country or for humanity. So he says that these beautiful things are gift from God for all of us. They are like a nectar given by God. Nectar means honey, given by God to us, and those are those beauties which have immortal. Immortal means without having dead. Anashwaramayada. Immortal means in Malayalam we will say Anashwaramayada, and give us reasons to live on this earth despite of having so many sorrows in our life. The poet further carries the description of more beautiful things on the earth. The poet again says about the more beautiful things on the earth, such as beautiful musk rose. So beautiful musk rose, then which have a nice fragrance. Fragrance means a cell. Then he describes the tales of mighty warriors who laid their lives for their country or for humanity. He describes the tales or the stories of mighty warriors. Mighty warriors means brave soldiers who had given their lives for their country or for humanity. He says that these beautiful things are the gift from God for all of us. He says that these things are the beautiful things that we get as a gift from our God. They are like nectar given by God to us, and these are those beauties which are immortal and give us reasons to live on this earth despite of so many sorrows in our life. So the poet says that these are the reasons behind us to leave the humankind behind a lot of sorrows in our life. Let's have a look at the new words. Bower, a pleasant shady place under the tree, or climbing plant. Morrow, the following day. Nothing, cover or to circle. Spite, desire or offend or anyone summonness. Despondence, disheartened, hopeless. Noble, of superior quality having high moral principle. Pale and cloud, here a dark cloud or gloom and sadness. Spirit, the soul where lives of our emotions and characters sporting to develop suddenly in large number. Shady boon, a shady which is helpful to someone. A real stream of sunning water. Covered not openly or displayed. Grandeur so as to impress. Dooms, last day of existence. Immortal, living forever. Heaven's spring, the door. Heaven's brick, the door of the God's home. List of things beauty mentioned in the poem: sun, moon, shady tree, beautiful daffodils flower, stream of water, trends, green bushes of forest fence which fragrance roses grow, tales of heroic men which sacrifice their life. List the things that causes suffering and pain: desire to offend others, hopelessness, lack of noble men, bad health, unhappiness, gloom, darkness. Thank you, students.